Hello everybody, this is Mary. I am going to, this is a brand new deck and I just did an unboxing. I just recorded that a few minutes ago and decided that I would go ahead and do an interview with this deck while I had it sitting out, and I'm kind of in the mood. It's nice and quiet. It's Christmas Day, it's during COVID. I had my Christmas with my family last week, so I am just enjoying the quiet today, and I am gonna just shuffle this. It has not been shuffled yet, you know, and maybe I should probably do a cleanse as well. It's brand new, so it shouldn't have any weird energy on it, but it might need a good cleanse. So I've got some Palo Santo here, waiting for it to just take hold a little bit. There we go. Just gonna let it sit in the smoke for just a couple of seconds. That should remove any negative energy that might be on there from manufacturing. And with a deck interview, I ask basically 5 questions. You know, what is your strength? What's your weakness? What's your tone of voice? What makes you unique? And what type of reading are you best for? And sometimes I will look at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes, I always look at the bottom. Sometimes it's significant, sometimes not. But more often than not, it has a tendency to tie it all together. Or in the case of an interview, it might show like what the communication is about, or something like that. So I'm just going to do overhead until it wants to. That one wanted to pop out. What is your weakness? That was the strength. Whoops. These are brand new. I just took them out of the box today, so they are a little sticky. And even though I keep thinking I'm going to do the piles and pull from the top, I just really prefer this way. I just feel like Spirit likes to... Spirit is in control. It gets to pick whatever wants to come out. It has very little to do with me. I'm just the holder of the cards and the reader of the message. Whoops. Okie doke. And then what makes you unique? And then what... these are just slightly bigger too. I should have mentioned that in the unboxing. They're just slightly bigger than like the Wisdom Oracle or the Energy Oracle, because they're just a hair. I'm almost wanting to go this way, but I prefer to do this way with the overhand shuffle. But my hands are short. With short, fat fingers. Whoops. So it's a little awkward. Those of you who have better hands for this would have a little less difficulty in shuffling. What makes you unique? My White Oracle, beautiful White Oracle guidebook. It's a gorgeous deck. Really subtle, really, I'm used to so many colorful, bright decks, and then this is just so soft and has kind of a quiet, luminous quality to it. Please show me what makes you unique. That's a lot of cards. That's too many cards. Too many. Please show me. I'm going to go this way. Please show me what makes you unique. Please show me what makes this deck unique. What makes this deck unique? And what kind of readings are you best for? I don't think Spirit's being stubborn. I think the cards are just really that new that they kind of like to stick together in their big clump. So sorry that this is taking a little while. And I haven't gone through this enough to have any sort of sense of, there we go. Any sort of sense of what these cards mean without having to consult the book. Okay, so the first card out is the Yogini of 285. And each has a number, so it's easy to find in the book. And if you can't, just zip through to find 26 or whatever. Whatever, you can go to the table of contents and it will show you the page number. So they're all organized according to the number assigned to the image, and easy enough to find. So the Yogini of 285 Hertz. Changes in your life, including closing doors or missed opportunities, are not going to not going to derail your fulfillment. Realignments are happening based on divine wisdom and timing. You are being diverted from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. Trust in how your life path is unfolding. Stay true to your authentic healing journey because it's working, whether you realize it or not. Significant inner healing is taking place. Okay, that basically tells me that it's about trust, right? Trusting that you're on the right path, that Spirit has your back. And so the strength here is that I got you. It's basically what I'm hearing from them. So just trusting. So this deck is about trusting the process. So Bastet of 174. And this has really long description and everything. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I'm just going to read the italicized because I think that's the gist of the message. The weakness for this deck is you've been moving so fast for so long that you're not realizing how wound up you've become. Gently unwind now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm, and you'll return or restore your body, mind, and soul. Things will seem too difficult now. Shall soon seem very manageable and even pleasurable to accomplish. So it's weakness. This weakness is, actually I don't get there's a weakness. I get that it's telling us it will remind us when we're moving too quickly. So it's trust in the process, take a breath, pay attention, and then Cupio Dissolvi. Time to let go. So the tone of voice is time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey. Wow, okay, so this already, I'm getting the sense that this is going to be about a soul healing journey, which many tarot are, but this isn't, it doesn't appear to be one that is revealing. This is more nurturing, pay attention, take care of yourself, trust that this is happening. This one is about letting go. So the tone of voice is about letting go and yeah, trusting Spirit. Just Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. So the art of allowing, boy, that's a hard one, isn't it, for many of us? But that is the tone of voice that it has. And I'm just skipping around. The sacred scar is what makes it unique. And your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival, of your willingness to be alive. The scar speaks of that which once caused pain being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process. Wow, and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do, you are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. So that is what makes it unique. Is it's gonna, maybe it does reveal our scars, and shows us that whatever we've been through is for a reason, to help us get to where we need to be. It's strength building. Ein Sof Hour. I have no idea what that is or what that means, but we're going to find out. Whoops. Should be in here someplace. Here we go. A way through the struggle has already been created for you. And this is the kind of type of reading it's used for. And you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. Okie dokie. So this is about, I think, guidance and your soul journey. I'm going to look at 8, the bath coal. Oop, I just went past it. Oh. So the bottom of the deck is this card, and like I said, this one usually helps me about communication. And it says, issue complicated explanations as you seek simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher power or higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time in the perfect way. You have powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Wow. So she's the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it as an inner knowing. Well, nice. So I'm guessing that this is going to mean that it's when I use it, and it's, I think, helpful to do these kinds of interviews for yourself, because every relationship is different. Any relationship between two people are different, and any relationship between you and your spirit guides, me and my spirit guides, different, and how we use our tools and our cards, every one of them's different. So what might resonate really well for me might not be useful to you. As a tool, and again, I'm an artist. I do great with pastels. Trying to teach myself again how to do acrylics. It's not as smooth as I remember, because pastels is such a natural medium for me, and that's how it is. It's like this, the same thing with cards. It's like you're going to find a deck that resonates with you, that's easy to communicate with, that will trigger your intuition. So you barely even need to look at the cards, because your messages are going to come through so strongly. But that's why I do these. That's why I do these, because I think that it's a good way for me to figure out how I can best use each deck. And this deck seems to be really just bathed in white light. It's gentle, it's protective, it's loving, trusting the process. Being reminded to not get ahead of ourselves, which I think these cards kind of work together. Letting go, and acknowledging that we are not perfect. We are perfect in our imperfections. So our scars, our battle wounds, our our vulnerabilities are all part of what makes us who we are, and we've earned each and every one of them to carry us to our next step in our journey, whether it be in this personal journey or in this spiritual journey. And then, yeah, this one is just about the type of reading is just soul journey guidance is the way I'm getting this. And then the way I'm communicating, this is going to really help. I think this deck is going to allow me to be really intuitive. And that's just what I'm getting from this. So I will probably, I don't know, I might use the, because normally I use Oracle for additional blessings, and I could certainly do that with any one of these cards, would be put down as an additional blessing to a tarot reading, and absolutely there's a blessing in there. And because it has the healing, I'm going to just go to, see where I am, 23. Oh, the healing, right here, I'm right here, I'm at this card, Ein Sof Hour. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that pronunciation. I've never seen that in print before. I have no idea how it's said. So this is A Way Through the Struggle has already been created for you. So this is the type of reading it is. But then you can go through and read about so here it says, it illuminates the ways of sacred soul magic that create healing and deep fulfillment. So it talks about the story of this, the character in the image, and it also has a healing process, which basically is how to harness or utilize the energy of this being. So connect consciously to your body and through your breath, and bring yourself fully into this present moment. Imagine you can release all thoughts, fears, and obsessions about your problems or concerns, even if just for this exercise. You could imagine dusting them off your auric field, and as though you were dusting off little bits of spiderweb that had become stuck to you whilst walking along a garden path. You may like to play at such spiritual dusting through your energy field. And then it says when you're ready, you do this prayer. So it's this is, I think I'm going to really like this particular deck. Because if you pull a card at the very end of a reading asking for a blessing, this, I think, is what you would be. I think there's another deck that has a similar approach that use this as a blessing. So you can say, I call upon the pure light of wisdom, compassion, and divine love. I invite genius of spiritual grace to enter into my heart. So this is, if you should pull a card, I'm just using this one for example because it was the last card out, and it was an easy one to find in here. It was close to where I opened the book. So there you have it. A lovely, really beautiful. I love the subtle tonal quality of this. Just soft, and I think that too indicates the type of reading you'd use it for. You'd use it as a spiritual hug that encourages you to continue on your journey, and it feels really safe. I don't feel like I'm going to get any bad news with this deck. I don't feel like I'm going to get any shadow side revelations. This is the closest thing to that I've seen, which basically says just slow it down. You're going a little too quick. You might miss something. Yeah, I think this is a lovely deck. So most likely I will use it as an additional blessing. I am curious though to see how I would do an entire reading, and I will do one for myself, and I'll probably mention the results of that if I should do one for you. We have full moon coming up. I don't see that this is a full moon deck. I see maybe a new moon, because that would be about planting seeds. I don't think this is it could be that I don't think this is one about releasing or revealing. I think it's about extra blessings and trusting the process and just being okay with your journey and accepting yourself, battle scars and all. So that is my view of this deck. I think that I will probably use it for extra blessings and an occasional, I think for specific questions perhaps, if someone has this, but not a general, I doubt that I'll use this as a general reading. I think I'll go with just as a blessing or a tone of voice like I do with most of the other oracle decks. I hope this was helpful to you. Please like it if you did. Hit the like button. And feel free to subscribe. I'm pretty new at this, so bear with me as I fumble and stumble through my way of getting to do oracle. I'm still pretty new at reading for other people. I've been reading for myself for a very, very long time, and it gets to the point where I see a card and I can feel the results. So I just, for myself, it takes no time to read anything, but for reading for other people, it takes a little bit longer. And to do a general read for just the general energies in the air at that moment. I've been doing new moon and full moon readings. New Year's coming up. I think I might do one for the year ahead for the collective. And there's a few people I do private readings for, so I'm going to do those as well. Probably a 12 card spread. I will see. I haven't figured that out yet, but stay tuned or check in again. Feel free to subscribe and you'll get the little notice when I do post something new. And I kind of am not consistent yet with how I upload things. I have a lot of time right now, so I am uploading quite a bit. And because it's the holidays and I got my Christmas presents early, I'm taking advantage of that and sharing with you some of my beautiful, beautiful presents. So have a great holiday, Happy New Year, and I hope you enjoyed interviewing this deck with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.